Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. How's everyone doing today? We've got another Lorcana podcast. No, it's not a podcast. We have another Lorcana video coming to you guys live today. Today we're testing out the OG meme deck. We put a video out on this deck on Wednesday, 2 days ago, and we are firing it back today. So we are running the deck, testing out Blurple, taking a peek, seeing what beauties and mysteries it holds for us. But yeah, so we've got Blurple. I put there's a link to it out there on the interwebs, but I am updating things. So, oh baby, Blurple? Blurple's the favorite color. Okay. That makes sense. The hair's a bit blurply, right? Am I crazy in thinking that we had a time, Bugaloo, where the hair had some blurple highlights? Could be off here. Rocking pink right now. Okay. I love it. Moose. Yeah, I think this could be fun. Now we have, I'll go ahead and pull up our list. We've got our list here, and we're actually going to go ahead and do some edits before we dive in, because I want to try a couple things. So we have this list that we put out there, and since then I have said that a couple cards were on the chopping block. So we're actually, the Bell Strange but Specials are out, and then I'm going to try something crazy. One of the comments suggested this, and I thought that it was a pretty good idea. Someone suggested pulling one of these and putting in the Donald Duck that increases lore required to 25. I think that's a good idea. I don't have any of the Donald Ducks because I sold them all to get my, or traded them all really, to get my Tamatoas back before we thought blue would never die. So I think we're going to go down on one goat, and we got rid of the two bells, and I think we're going to go up on Bell, a Princess Inventor. So the question is, we have two cards left. I thought about adding two snakes so that we can bounce a lot of this stuff. I thought that was a really cool idea. But I like the idea of going down on an Elsa, up on a Bell, so we have two of these, and then we can add in the snakes. How do we feel about that? I do have the sharks. The other thing we were looking at is, and this is probably the craziest one, getting rid of the McDuck Manors. And now you're getting spicy. Getting rid of the McDuck Manors and adding in libraries. I think it just creates more draw, and I understand that the Manors create a really powerful impact on an enter the board effect for like anti-sweepers. But also, I was watching some Blurple play, and because they could put so many cards into the library, they were just getting a ton of draws out of it. Because it only quests for one, gains one lore, people were less inclined to just straight up remove it. So I thought that was super fascinating. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and launch Pixelborn Connect. And once we're in Pixelborn Connect, we'll go ahead and start pulling cards and de-sleeving and doing that whole jazz. So we'll go here. We'll go test. Bang. Okay. Got it all pulled up. Yeah, so because I'm not committed to like, hey, these are the changes that we're gonna stick with and rock. I do know someone. There was a guy who commented a lot of helpful thoughts on the deck, but wasn't wasn't catching my drift that these were the non-negotiables. Like they kind of have to stay. Robbie Pack Rippin' C. What up, Ryan? Okay, let's see. So the 2 Bell Strains with specials are out. One of our goats is out. And this was originally what we pulled. Then we swapped this for another Bell, as well as our McDuck Manors are turning into libraries. That's what we're trying. Okay. Let's see. So like I said, I'm not committed to this being necessarily like where we have to land on the deck. I feel like the camera's probably going to struggle to focus. So I know that we need to pull. I also, for all of my green steel tech, because I'm a green steel guy, yeah, no, I agree, Moose, because when we're not worried about finishing the game out sooner because of the fact that we've got Mufasa chilling. Like if we didn't have Mufasa on our top end, I think that we would be a little more concerned. But because we have Mufasa, also, is this light just too harsh? Do we need to go to more, or is it just? Yeah, how do we feel about this? Do we like the warmer light? Or do we like the cooler light? What's the vibe? Warm or cool? Yeah, I think because we have the Mufasa. But yeah, so inside, this is all my green steel tech cards that like are getting worked in. Like I have 1 copy of Lucifer in there. I have 1 copy of Cricket in there already. But like, I don't know. I only have 3 Hypnotizes, 3 Morphs, Scar, Sneaky Draw Engine. I only have 3 Peats. This could be a 4th Peat. 3 of the big Peats. That could be a 4th. Big Tinks, Smees. So, yeah. These are all of my, like, green steel dreams. So what we're going to end up doing is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put these in here because these are also already, like, sleeved. So I can willingly just, like, put cards back in. So what do we need? We're teching in 3 libraries, 1 extra big bell, 2 snakes, and a little bell. So we need 1 of the new little bells. Okay, there she is. There's our 5, because we got 2 play sets of her. Okay. And I think that's all the blue we needed. Okay. Purple. All right, we need 2 snakes. That's set 2. 2 snakes, set 2. There's the snakes. Library is set 5, I want to say. And then bell is set 4. Yeah. Okay, so there's our extra bell. We've got 7 cards we're pulling. We have 4 out, so we need the libraries. I want to say library was set 5. Well, no, because we can just dive to the back. Yeah. And we probably have 2 play sets of libraries pulled out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, we don't have 2 pulled, but library's cheap cards, only like 50 cents. Worst case scenario if we need it. If we ever end up where we're like, oh man, we're just jamming a bunch of libraries into decks, we can always adjust accordingly. Okay, let's get those off. Sleeve backups. And this deck is playing with these. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Perfect. Okay. Library sleep. How's everyone doing today, guys? We got 5 people hanging out on 5 people hanging out on YouTube. 4 people now hanging out on Twitch. Welcome in to our Twitch people. We had 1 and then it updated, and we got 9 people hanging out right now across the platform. So if you're over on Twitch and you have a YouTube channel, would love your support over on there. If you want to throw a subscription that way. We've been uploading a new video every week. So we actually did a video this week on the YouTube channel talking about this deck and the thought processes behind this iteration of Blurple and why we landed on what we landed on. So yeah, can definitely go check it out. And then if you're on YouTube and you have Prime, feel free to head over. Yep, sure is probably, Justin. Got to figure it out. So, but I do think that the cross post is I like the cross post because that way, at least in my mind, I could be off on how this works, because if you're on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch and you're watching the chat and it only cross-posted one way, then let's say all the YouTube messages got sent over to Twitch, then what would end up happening is if you were watching on YouTube, none of the Twitch messages would show up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I see. I see what you're saying. Like this loop that just happened right there, where you posted it to YouTube and then it posted it to Twitch and then it's coming back to YouTube. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, so definitely got to figure that one out. It's like, I think what it's got to do is we got to figure out a way for the bot to identify the bot in the other chat so that it doesn't send essentially the bot's message from the other chat. I think that's the issue. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a filter thing. Okay, if I was a smart man, I probably would have kept that box over here so that I could probably would have kept the box over here so that in case we end up having to adjust anything, we can. Oh, we're going to go back to here and let's see. So we're going to say save. This is V4. And what did we do in V4? We went -2 Bell Strange, -1 Elsa, -1 Goat, -3 Manners, +4 +1 Bell Inventor, +1 Bell Mystic, +3 Library, and +2 Snake. Bang. You won't need to adjust. It's perfect. I would love that. I would love if this was a perfect 60, but I'm not entirely convinced that it is. So we will we'll adjust accordingly. I don't know how to do this. We figured this out. I just don't know how to get rid of it, like, because I don't want to accept the dispute because we discovered that indeed it wasn't actually. It was our guy from a previous stream who was a little upset. Okay, so blue, purple, Nimbus, blurple. Bang. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, we're doing, we are going to do hardcore. We're going to do ranked and hardcore ranked and just see which one pops up. So that means that we will have the opportunity for best of threes that happen today. So we may end up locked in the same opponent. I was going to get y'all's opinion. Is that okay? Like, would we rather kind of be in both for the chance to queue to faster games, but know that we may be locked into the same opponent for a little while? How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? MDC sounds good. First time chat. Welcome, MD. Glad to have you here. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I think in terms of seeing the deck's consistency, I do think best of threes are probably the way to go. It just ends up where like, oh, okay, we're playing against red blue and we end up in this like match for like a whole hour, you know? Which can be tough if the opponent's like quiet or their audio's bad or whatever it may be. But I prefer this to so many things because I like being able to play with the cards, guys. I like being able to feel the cards and play with the cards and miss triggers, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have the opportunity to mess up. See, we say that, Moose, and then that's how last stream we ended up facing so many. Howdy, how's it going?
Oh, it's first game. Took some pre-workout. Was like, well, we're gonna let this just simmer and kick in.
Hey, I love that. Got the jitters.
Yeah, nothing like it, right?
First game of the day for me as well. So
nice. Are we good with half cuts after you get that?
Yeah, that works. It works for me if it works for you, Doc.
Heck yes. You betcha.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got Elsa, Hades, Friends, Ramp, Chernabogs. We've got a decent turn 4. We have Library. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send...
We're going to do 4.
I'm also going to do 4.
Okay.
Playing anywhere this weekend?
Actually have a 2K that I'll be playing in, so
I love it. You taking this deck?
See how that goes, right? So, and then the area I live in, it's like kind of centralized to a bunch of other shops, so they all get together and they kind of go through the month of May and like, all right, who wants this Saturday? Who wants this Sunday? Who wants this Saturday? Who wants this Sunday? And
That's
then
awesome.
There's like 8 of us that just carpool from place to place to place to play in all the set champs and stuff.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. One of our set champs decided that the best time to have their set champs was going to be May 11th, right on Mother's Day. So we're all like, all right, cool. So we won't be there for that, but I hope you guys have a great time.
So there's that.
Yeah. I love it. Well, hey, good when you are, boss.
Okie dokie.
And I am streaming. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Come on.
No
Viewers love to see me get beat up.
there.
So best of luck to you.
Yes. We're going to ink a goat and play a fairy ship.
Ooh.
Pass it back to you.
Okay, I love it. I'm going to draw for turn. Okay. Okay, we're going to give away a little information here. We're going to ink a bell, and we are going to play the Churn-a-Box Followers.
Sure.
And pass.
Ready, set, draw. I will gain a lore. I will ink a shark and play a fairy ship. Pass back to you.
Okie dokie. I will draw for turn. Okay. We will ink a library.
A library.
We're going to spend 2 to sail the Azurite Sea.
Sail.
We'll ink Tipo.
Sure.
We'll spend 1 to play a Popsicle.
Sure.
We'll draw. Then we will banish the Popsicle for Bell.
Sure.
And we will do 2 damage to either one of the fairy ships. Dealer's
We'll do that
choice.
one. That one's looking pretty good.
I love it. To you.
Ready, set, draw. I'll gain 2 lore. I will ink a snake and rush in and take out your follower. And pass back to you.
Okay. Okay. I will draw. Okay. Did not ink last turn. That's fascinating. Okay, we will. Think we will ink an Elsa.
Sure.
We'll go 4 for Genie.
Draw yourself a card, sir.
Thank you, thank you. And then I think Bell will take out the fairy ship with 2 damage.
Sure.
And we will pass.
Already set, draw. I will gain a lore. Peter Pan will be a singing friends.
Okay. If they decide to play anything, we can shift the strange but special.
I'll ink Diablo and play a rabbit to draw. And pass it there.
Alrighty. Ready up. I will draw. Okay. Okay, I think Genie has to take out Peter Pan.
Sure, yeah.
That sounds like a good time. We will spend 3 for Crab. Give that to Bell. We'll take out that fairy ship.
Sure.
Then I think we're going to ink a Friends.
Sure.
And we will pass.
Cool. Ready, set, draw.
The mistake that I make a lot in Blurple is I don't ink as much as I should.
I'll ink Cusco.
Let's see what he plays here.
Maybe.
Wonder if we end up with a Bell swinging or a Elsa
not.
swinging in.
No, I don't want to ink Cusco. I would like to ink Crab. I'll pay 3 to brawl your genie, and then I'll pay 2 to play the Cusco.
Okay.
And pass.
Perfect. Okay. We will ready up. I will draw for turn. Okay. So, we will have cards in hand.
3 of them.
Okay, perfect. Let's make that 4. Crab will take out rabbit.
Sure, I will draw.
Okay. We'll spend 5 for Bell, Strange but Special. And I'll shift this onto the Cusco.
And I'll draw a card.
I will have Bell sing Friends on the Other Side.
Sure.
Draw 2. And then I will ink a Chernobog's Followers and pass.
Draw for my turn.
Sitting with 3 cards in
I'm
hand
gonna
and
pay
2
4
genies.
For a rabbit. Draw a card.
That feels fine. I'm okay with them drawing a
ink
bunch.
A library. And we'll pass it back to you.
Because we can kind of turn on the gas here shortly. You're at 6 ink now, right?
Yes, sorry, I haven't been updated.
No, that's okay. Okay.
Do 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 do.
I think we will go 5 for Let It Go. And we will put Rabbit into the inkwell.
Sure, I will draw a card for that.
Okay. And then we will quest for 4.
Fo.
And I will ink a crab and pass.
Ready to draw. Deep breath. Pass.
Okay. All right. I'll spend 4 for Genie.
Sure.
I'll draw a card. I will ink a Tipo.
Seems like a good idea.
I'll spend 4 to play a Genie.
Sure.
I will draw a card and pass.
I will draw for my turn. I will...
We're in sweeper range where they can just be inking and cleaning everything over and over again. So we are in trouble in that range.
I'll pay 6 for a half shark. And ink a fox and pass.
Okay. I will draw for turn. I'll spend 1 to play Popsicle.
That's a card.
Draw a card. I'll quest for 2.
Sure.
Spend 3 to bounce Genie back to my hand.
Sure.
I'll spend 4 to play Genie. I'll draw a card.
Sure.
And then I'll ink Tipo. And pass.
Sure. Race a draw. 2, 4, 5 for an Elsa. We will tap down your Genie. I will take him out. And effect, I will get a Brawl back. I will spend 3 and Brawl your other Genie. I'll gain a lore. And I will pass to you.
Perfect. Okay. I will draw for turn. Okay. I will spend 7
Hades!
to send Mr. Shark to the Inkwell.
I'll gain an ink.
I will have Fox sing Friends.
Sure.
Cards in hand?
All of them. 5.
He said all of them. Oh, no. I'll spend 2 to play Snake and bounce Hades back to hand and
Ooh.
pass.
Sure. Ready, set, draw.
We're looking for the Mufasa. I think the Mufasa becomes really tough for him to deal with, but 5 cards. I just want to make sure that I have basically Shark,
Quest.
or that I have Hades in hand the moment that a
3
Shark hits the board.
for a Fox. Bounce. We'll trade your Fox. And 1 for a fairy ship. Pass.
Alrighty. We'll draw for turn. We'll spend 2 to sail the Azurite Sea.
So,
We will let's do 3 damage to fairy ship.
sure. 3 on it.
We'll spend 3 to play Fox.
Oh, no.
We'll take out the fairy ship.
Sure.
We'll spend 3 for Great Stone Dragon. That's exactly how it's going, Andrew. And then we will pass.
Sure. I will draw. 2, 4, 6. Lady Schmate. Pass.
Okay, dokie. All right, we will draw. Okay. Okay. We're going to Great Stone Dragon. Hades.
The genie.
Genie, that one. Yep.
Yeah.
They look similar. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
They're both blue, except one's purple and one's blue. It's time. So we're gonna bring him back, and then, okay. We will, we'll spend 7. That should leave us with 2. Yep, we'll spend 7 to bring Hades out.
Sure.
We will ink Snake, and we'll spend 3 for Bell.
Sure.
And we will pass.
Draw. 7 for B prep. 3 for a library. Pass.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're going to Great Stone Dragon.
Sure.
Hades.
Dum dum dum.
Plot twist. We'll spend 2 for Tipo.
Sure.
We're not going to use his ability. And then we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Elsa?
For Mufasa.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. So you get 3, yeah?
I get 2 back. So here's how, if you want to do it, I can just shuffle them up and then
Sure.
just deal 2.
How much ink do you have?
I currently should have 12. Let's see. I mean, I won't count these. I'll just count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep.
Yeah, give it a shuffle, and then we'll do 5th one down and 9th one down.
5th one down and 9th one down. Okay. 5th one from the top?
Yep. Just 5th. Just work your way down. 5 and 9.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect. You'll love to see it.
Blank. And then 2 of these go away. Boop.
What is his stats, by the way?
He is a 4/9 that quests for 4.
Holy shit. Okay.
And do you know his other ability?
Yeah, like you re-readies and stuff like that.
Correct. So, but when he's played, he exerts all of my ink. So
Yeah. So you're done.
I, as they say, am done. Except for I didn't ink this turn, so I will ink Tipo to go up to 11, and I will pass.
Cool. Race head draw. I'll gain the lore. You said a 9?
9 willpower, yes.
9 willpower. 4 though, yeah.
4 strength, yes. So no
4
Medusas.
strength, 9 willpower. Mother of hell. Okay.
This is where we just
5
get
for an
really
Elsa
annoyed.
to exert your Tipo. 1 to move her to the library. We will take out your Tipo. I will take 1. I will do 3 for a Peter Pan. 1 to move him also to the library. And pass.
Alrighty. I'll ready up the troops. Whoop. The best part about ink tokens is when one falls off the table, you don't fall into cheating because you don't know what it is. We're going to go popsicle.
I don't know if you're muted or not, but I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Best part
Okay.
about ink tokens is when one falls off the table,
okay.
you can't tell because it's not a card. Can't cheat that way. So we're going 1 for popsicle. Drew a card. We will then. Great Stone Dragon.
Sure.
We'll send a genie in. We will then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sure.
For Hades.
On what?
We will take the Elsa out.
Sure.
Okay. I will then spend 2 to play Snake. Bounce Hades back to my hand.
Uh-huh.
I'll quest for 4.
Uh-huh. Re-ready all your ink?
Re-ready all of my ink.
Sure.
I will then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go 7 for Hades. Get rid of Peter Pan.
Sure.
I respect Shark Rush. I just didn't plan on both of them living. And we will pass.
Sure. Ready, set, draw. Seven for B prep. 4 for a goat. I'll gain a lore, and 1 to move him to the library and pass.
Perfect. We will Great Stone Dragon.
Sure.
Hades. I'll spend 7 to Hades.
Very nice. I'll gain a lore.
And I will pass.
I will draw. I will gain. I will pay 1 for Diablo. I'll pay 4
it just
for
stinks
Moana.
because there's just so much red removal that
I'll pay
like
5 for Maui,
I'm
and
just
I'll
doing
pay
my
3
thing,
and move all of them.
and it just doesn't matter
library.
because they're just like removal, removal. Alrighty. Here we go. Draw for turn. I'll spend 1 for Diablo.
Sure.
We will Great Stone Dragon Mufasa.
Sure.
And we'll pass.
Sure. I'll gain a lore. I'll draw a card. I'll pay 1 for Diablo, 2 to move it to the library. Quest for 2. Pass to you.
Alrighty. Okay. Great Stone Dragon. We're going to send Snake.
Sure.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. how to do this. Um.
Ink Geyser.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And that would be pretty sweet.
Okay, I think that we're gonna run Diablo into Moana.
You can't. She has
She's evasive.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Do. Yeah, that is troublesome, isn't it?
It is unfortunate.
What's that?
It is unfortunate. Man, Hades should have gotten enchanted. That wasn't yellow, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't really think I have an option. I think I just have to quest for 3 and pass.
Sure. I'll gain a lore.
Red be red. What a color.
Drunk. Yeah, I know, right? Well, got to take him out. Don't have a choice. I'll take out the Diablo. 1-2 quest, and then a Cusco and move to the castle or the library, whatever it is, the purple location, and pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go 5. I think this might be GG's, but we'll go 5 for Bell. We'll move the 3 damage from Maui onto Moana.
Cool. I will draw a card.
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 5 for Elsa. And we will take out one of the Diablos.
Sure. I'll draw 1 for Diablo and 1 for the library.
We'll play Elsa, and we'll take out we'll take out the Cusco.
Sure. I will draw 1 for the Cusco and 1 for the library. I drew Go Bounce.
Bang. There it is. GG's.
Yeah. Hey, GG's, man. That was a fun back and forth there. That was good.
Yeah. I think if when other colors get B prep, I think red loses stock a lot, but it's just like that color combo.
It's purple with a splash of red, if you noticed. It's
but it's just the red is the red of like, oh, okay, cool. I did all the things I'm supposed to do and doesn't matter. Oh, I did things I'm supposed to do and doesn't matter.
I think that like the B preps, you definitely have to like know when to play them for sure too, because being able to like B prep into a library was pretty impactful there. But I will say though, your play with the Hades into Hades again, that was pretty sweet. I do approve.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked. I'm ready for red to be the not fun color to play against, which is why these are here. Because if I can get them out, I have the ink to do the same thing you were doing.
Right.
I just never saw them.
It's really good if you do like Tipo into library, move Tipo, quest with Tipo. That's always fun because then you have the ink to play it and move him for your turn
Oh,
4.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's just if you don't have another turn 4 thing, but it's really good. I don't know, it's a lot of fun, that Blurple deck. I built a list where you actually used the Merlin Shift package there, and it was a ton of fun because you could. I did it a bit different though. Um, I did the squirrel because he's a 2-drop, right? And then I did the Mickey Mouse detective to ramp to 5 to shift. I think you shift on 5 with him. It's 5 or 6. I think it's 5. But then you shifted on the squirrel to search for the second star to the right, and then you could immediately sing it with the Mickey because it's a sing together and it's a draw 5.
There you go.
It was fun, but yeah, no, it was a great deck, great fun, man.
Yeah. No. GG's.
Yeah,
Best of luck at your
yeah,
tournament this
yeah,
weekend, man.
yeah. Hey, if you got anything going on, good luck with your streaming and stuff like that too.
Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I'm gonna go work out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean we're prepared for red to be the lame color, and know that like I think we played around the Tremaines really well, because they never got to just free Tremaine any of our cards. It just was it's hard to bounce back when they B prep you 3 times. Like it feels like the same thing of when you watch a steel deck whole new like wheel 3 times where you're like, oh, okay, cool. They just saw a lot of cards. I think that's where it's like, I think we did what we were supposed to. And we were moving and grooving. It just was like, we saw a lot of our blue cards near the middle and we didn't see any of our purple cards to keep drawing. Like we didn't see any rabbits that whole game. We saw all 3 of our genies. We inked 1 friends. We saw 2. Library never showed up to draw us cards. I mean, we saw the 1 Churnabox off the top. We saw a Churnabox off the top and we inked a Churnabox. But we only saw 1 of our Diablos at the end. Yeah, so I just think that we did not have the draw. And in this purple, I feel like every purple mirror, I could be wrong, but every purple mirror is basically just who draws better. Like there's some nuances of play and things like that, but like because the purple cards are going to draw you things, if you end up chaining purple cards, it's very difficult to lose in purple mirrors. And he chained cards. I didn't. So I think, yeah, misplays by myself, but as well as they just drew. They drew, and I was on a clock, and that drawing of them certainly led them into all the red removal that they needed. So that's fine. It happens. Not going to win them all. I thought we were cooking. I think we played that one really well. Like I said, I just don't know. The game doesn't really have an answer for a red deck that gets to 7 and 8 right now. Like they're just supposed to win at that point. And we had our big cards. Like we were cooking. I think we just a little too slow. I think if we had a little more refill at the end, I think a library could have done wonders for us there. Unfortunately, didn't see it. What do you guys think? Anything that you saw that jumped out that we were like, ooh? Because like that turn where we double removed was huge. Hades Fox or Hades Snake. I immediately feel good about the Snake editions. Immediately felt those. Howdy, howdy. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Half cut okay for you?
That works. Same for you?
Yeah.
You got any tournaments coming up?
None. Yeah, just set champs in the future. So, but not taking this to set champs, just having some fun with it.
Oh, yeah. I get you.
All right, so we've
I
got
just
goat.
realized this card sleeve spent. You don't. Do you care?
Oh no, that's fine.
Okay. I'll fix it after this game.
Okay,
It's
so
like a
we
brand
got a
new set of
library.
sleeves too.
We'll hold
That's
on to
funny.
that. We have ramp. And we have no 1-drops, so I think we're going to send back 5. We're going to send back 5. Up to 24 on YouTube. If you are watching and enjoying the
We can
stream,
do
be
3.
sure to hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Helps the stream out dramatically. So appreciate you guys being here. 24 on YouTube's big. Let's go, guys. Glad we are cooking. We've got to get the chat bot to figure out how to, like, you can do like exclamation point deck list or whatever.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Alrighty. We are going to start by, we're going to ink a sail, play Diablo, and pass.
Okay. Let's draw. We'll ink a Cinderella and play a Robin Hood.
Okay. Draw for turn. I think we're going to ink an Elsa. We're going to spend 2 to sail.
Mhm.
Doo-doo-doo. Decisions. I think we ink a friend here. I really do, because I think that we can play the library out
I do,
fast.
but I don't see it in here. Did you check my bed?
What's that?
Sorry, my boy was asking a question. You're good.
Oh, sorry about that. I will ink a friends, and I'll spend that 1 to play Popsicle. Go ahead and draw. And we'll pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. We will ink a Robin Hood, and I'll play an Imperial Bow and pass.
And the bow is, you exert it and spend 1 ink, and you get Challenger +2.
And evasive.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And it has to target heroes.
Awesome. Okay. I will draw for turn.
Mhm.
Okay. We are going to ink Tipo. I'll spend 3 for the library, 1 to move Diablo into the library, and I will quest for 1 and pass.
Okay. Draw. You have how many cards in here?
Sorry, my son's crying. I can't hear you. You're really quiet. What was your question?
I was just asking how many cards you had in hand right now.
3.
Got it. Thank you.
You're good. I think that's my one drawback of Pixelborn Connect, is that there's no standard of quality. So people are like trying to talk into the mic,
I'm gonna ink the Rapunzel's Tower.
and they're like,
Go ahead and shift.
all the way back
Challenge your
here.
Diablo. You can draw a card, and I'll go up 2. And
Okay,
I'll
I'm
pass
going
to
to draw 2 because of library.
Yep.
Okay. We'll draw for turn. Gain 1 because of library. Okay. Okay. I'm going to ink goat. Spend 4 for genie. Draw a card. Spend 1 to move genie
You're on
into
5
the.
ink?
What's that?
Are you on 5 or 4 ink? That looks
I
like
should
4.
be on 5. Sorry. Because I inked goat this turn.
Okay.
Bang. Yeah, I'm on 5. Sorry. I had it right. They were
Oh,
stacked
okay.
up.
It was just, yeah, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah. I was 4 coming in because I went Diablo into library last turn.
Yeah, just on screen it looked like you only had the 4 for
Yeah.
so.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Sorry, they were stacked up. And then I will banish the popsicle for Bell. And we will pass.
Okay. And you're on 4 cards now?
4. Yep.
Okay.
Waiting on that whole new world. It'd be interesting for them to whole new world in wheel. Just because they're not on like a small amount of cards. They're on a similar amount of cards. We would lose a Mufasa. Like, we're hopeful that they don't wheel.
An ink strength of a raging fire.
I'd love to see a crab here. Love to see a crab here.
I'm gonna pay 4 for Pluto. I'm gonna put him out in bodyguard, and Robin Hood's gonna challenge the library for 3. And I'll pass to you.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Draw for turn. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I think. I think we will have Bell sing Friends on the other side.
Okay.
I'll draw 2. I'm going to ink a Tipo. Spend 1 for Popsicle. We'll go 5 for Elsa.
Okay.
And then we'll quest Genie for 2. and we're at 6 ink. We will pass. 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
We've got Hades next turn. I could see a Miss Bianca coming down.
We'll take out the library.
I missed library lore that turn. Whoops. Whoops. Misplay. Misplayed that one there, ladies and
We'll
gentlemen.
go ahead and hard cast Zeus on your genie.
Okay.
Then Robin Hood will deal 3 to your bell, gain 2 lore. Take 3. And I'll pass. 3 cards.
Alrighty. Alrighty. I will draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to spend 5 for Bell Accomplished Mystic. We're going to move the 3 damage from Robin Hood over to Pluto. Elsa is going to take out Pluto. We will ink an Elsa. And go to 7 lore or 7 ink, and we will pass. 3 cards in hand.
Thank you. Draw. We will ink this Bare Necessities. We're gonna pay 1 to tap Imperial Bow, giving Challenger 2 an evasive to take out Elsa. Go up 2, take 2 damage.
The nice thing is
I
here,
will
if they play
play a
one
dock
singular
with
character.
effect, play a dock with effect. Discard. Let the storm. Draw 2. And I'll pass.
You say you played 2 docks, discarded on the second one. Is that what I'm hearing? Sorry, it was very
Correct.
fast. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
ignored trigger on the first and discard.
Gotcha.
on
And
the
then
second.
discarded a singular Let the Storm Rage on.
Oh, wait. I think I'm supposed to be at 6. There you go.
Perfect. Okay.
Oops.
I will draw for turn. Okay. I'm gonna have Bell take out Robin Hood.
I'll draw.
I'm gonna ink Turnabox Followers.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 8 for Mufasa.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want me to just shuffle them up and then pick 2 numbers between 1 and 8?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, what numbers you want?
Let's go 2 and 5.
2 and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bye. And your turn. Whoop. Your turn.
Okay. Gonna draw for turn. You're on 6 ink and how many cards now? Like 4 or
4.
5 cards? Yeah, makes sense. I think it's a beast for 5. And then we ink the Cinderella and play Robin Hood. And we quest for 2 and pass.
Okay.
1 card in hand.
Perfect. I will draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to spend 3 to play Friends.
Okay.
I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to ink a Tipo.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 3 to play the library. I'm going to spend 1 to move Mufasa into the library. I'm going to
Okay.
quest Mufasa for 4.
Yep.
And I'm going to re-ready all of my ink. I'll then spend 7 to Hades Beast.
Yep. Expected, but didn't have much of a choice.
And I will pass.
And you have how many cards behind?
3.
And a Mufasa and a Hades and 8 ink.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice when you know that you can't get B-prepped.
Okay.
And these are 2 big willpower cards that are obnoxious for him to have to deal with. And we have already seen 1 Zeus. We've already seen a Strength get inked.
Oh, I'm on 7 ink, sorry.
Mufasa is a problem in a steel meta.
Let's see.
Mufasa is a problem. Red is probably the biggest bane of this deck. As long as you don't lose to like early aggressiveness. Sitting on Goat, Tipo, Popsicle.
All right. We're gonna Hardcast Storm. And we'll put 2 on Mufasa. Draw.
That does make sense. That's fair, Andrew. That's fair. We saw Scar so many times last game.
I think you've got it, but we'll play it out. Let's have you discard 2 cards.
Okay, I will discard. I'll discard Tipo and Popsicle.
Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and quest for 2. And I'll pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to spend, I get 1 from library. I'm going to spend 4 for Goat. Gain 1. I'm going to spend 2 to move everything into the library.
Yeah.
I'm going to quest Hades for 2. I'm going to quest Mufasa for 4. Re-ready the ink. I'm going to spend 3 for Crab. I'm going to spend 1 to move it into a location. We'll give Mufasa the challenger for this turn. And then I'm going to banish this Popsicle to remove 2 damage off of Mufasa. And I will pass.
Okay.
No cards in hand.
Okay. Draw for turn.
The You Have Forgotten Me was spicy to include.
So it is ink. We'll play 2 for a dog.
Yeah, I mean, we just got this, right? Like, there's no way that they can remove all of this lore.
Nope, that's game.
GG's.
Yep, good game. Thanks for the match.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, well, let me ask. Do you have a lot of people who play Blurple around you, and do you feel like Mufasa is a recent update to the meta, or is that just more of a personal thing?
So we've got one guy at locals who plays it, but he plays a budget version. And so like usually for him, if the card's like more than like $5, he doesn't have it in the deck. So like no genies, no nothing like that. Really, one of my friends is a longtime Magic player who's getting into Lorcana, and so I'm a green steel player. I love green steel. But he, coming from Magic, loves the idea of ramp. And since our ramp is so much less interactive than Magic's ramp, he's like, dude, blue's broken. Like, why is everyone not playing blue?
It's very good.
So for him, this is like his card that he wants to make work. So we were like, let's build Blur. We built Blue Steel, and he bought all of the cards for it. And then Hiram got banned. Like, he finally bought the cards. Hiram got banned like the next week. And Fortisphere. So that was tough because he loved Whole New World, Mufasa, and then really Great Stone Dragon was the like.
Oh yeah, it's insane.
Other fun tech along because you like Great Stone Dragon something in, and then Mufasa quest, and then you still get to use it that turn. It's like silly. So we built Blurple with Mufasa as the cornerstone, also predicting that in a steel meta, if we were heading that way, he is so difficult to deal with inside of steel.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
So, and then when you get like Mufasa in a library, it's like, all right, cool. I have 17 that I have to deal with. Oh my gosh.
That's how I feel with Rapunzel's Tower, like in my list. I like a lot of Blurple deck lists can't deal with my big butts, right? Because I play 3 3s, 4 4s, a 3 6, and then all of a sudden it's in the tower, and they're like, it's like 17 toughness. Like, I just have to ignore it.
Yeah, and then so I think Mufasa is like a fun tech. I do think that like he creates some like, if you're gonna play Mufasa, you kind of have to adapt the deck a little bit, just because he like is gonna take you back in lore for a second. So, but like I had the game that I played again, the last game I played before you, we lost because we got B-prepped 3 times. And like, bummer. Well, I mean, you can only rebuild so many times, right? But that one, I had a turn that it was Hades, Snake to bounce Hades back, quest with Mufasa, Hades again. And it's just like the turns you get, if Mufasa turns sideways once, I feel like my win percentage just spikes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I mean, I played Blurple this week at locals for fun, and I mean, it's the closest it's ever been to a tier 1 deck that I think it's ever been.
Yeah,
it may be tier 1. I feel like it struggles against early wide aggro so much.
Yeah, and
even with the foxes and crabs.
I have found that red sucks. Like, red is really difficult to deal with, but I mean, red has the same issue with everyone, right? Like, you let a red deck into turn 7 and 8, like, what are you supposed to do? Like, that's we're in for a bad time. But honestly, the deck that I still haven't won against is purple steel.
Yeah.
Because they just go wide with the Calhouns and the Petes and like Cobras, and I'm like, oh crap, that's so many 3/3s, and
It's the same reason why I'm not seriously committed to Blurple, is because I expect to see that deck list, and
Yeah.
you can't deal with it fast enough.
Yeah, I think it's a really fun, like, I'm honestly, I'm streaming right now, and I think it's a fun deck to play with other people and things like that. I'm not good enough at this deck, nor am I good enough at ramping to like be able to mitigate, and I don't like the stress that my heart gets getting through the first 4 turns of like, oh, have we made it? We made, okay. We made it to the big guys. All right, let's go. So yeah, it's
I
fun.
gotcha.
But
Well,
yeah, what's
thanks
fun, man?
for your opinions on the deck list and
Yeah,
taking
no.
some time to talk.
Always here for the good conversation. So appreciate it. Good luck on your games the rest of the day, man.
Yeah, take care.
Yeah, I'm not out here trying to say that we've made a bad deck. I think we have a great deck in front of us. It just I'll be the first to admit that I don't think that we have optimized Blurple with this list, but I think that we've made a really fun version of Blurple with this list. You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? Really, really enjoyable. So, yeah. Okay. Shall we go again? Anything we messed up there? We got back on the Mufasa. We got back a Tebow and a Friends, which ended up being clutch. The decision that was early on was it was like, do I ink Friends or do I ink Library? And I think that inking Friends was the right choice. Because we ended up stalling them with the Library for a little while, which I liked. Yeah, location lore was... Oof. Bro, because in my deck, my locations aren't busted like you guys' locations are. And this deck, my locations don't just gain passive lore, right? Like, they're just out here just being like, oh, cool. You want to get +1/+1? All right, cool. That's chill, bro. That's chill. We're fine. Unlike all these OP decks out here, dude, are like, oh, McDuck Manor, I get 2 lore for this one. Ha ha. I'll never tell my opponent they miss location lore. Yeah, that's fair. That, you know what? And it's on them. I do think it's interesting because I think that from a like contest, like in technical competition, you're not like allowed to miss the lore, if that makes any sense. So like, yeah, I don't know how that works. Like if I'm playing like a tournament and a judge is watching and I like does the judge just automatically call me on it? Because it's certainly not a May trigger. But then I know there are times that there's things that are like not a May, like Beast, for instance, is not a May trigger, but I've missed a ton of Beast draws before. I get too excited sometimes. You guys notice that when I'm playing? Like there's a couple times both players get a warning. Okay, gotcha. That makes sense because they're not paying attention to like game state or like fail to keep the game state. That makes sense. So is it on, Devin, is it on the player then, like the opponent, to be like, don't forget lore for whatever? Gotcha. Okay. Hopefully that guy got in another match. Hopefully he got in another one. Yeah. Howdy. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing swell. Half cut okay for you?
Yeah, it's fine. It's half cut cool for you.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. It's beast. I was watching either a stream or something the other day, and someone had the playmat that you do, and I was looking at her little pendant, and I was like, I have never noticed how obnoxious like obnoxiously large her pendant is. But I was like, I don't know what it is. She's just like, they got this big gold bling on. It's beast. Yep, there it is. What a time. That makes sense.
I don't think it's big enough.
Hey, that's what I'm talking. Give me like a Flava Flav beast clock. Like make it the size of the lantern there. Now we're talking, Bell.
Yeah, dude. Just being shy with your pendant, being so small that it is.
I'm gonna keep library, keep ramp, and I'm sending back everything else. Dude, Andrew, appreciate it. I might keep a fox. No, I'll send it back to better get a 1-drop. Sending back 5. How are games been going so far today?
This will be my first one today.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I love it. Hopefully you're starting with a win.
I don't have high hopes.
Wow. Come
This
on.
deck hates me, dude.
Oh,
I don't think I've won a game with this deck yet.
Hey,
So
no time better than the present to start. That's okay. The first time that I sleeved this deck up, it was running like a really shockingly low amount of uninkables. And I was trying to show someone like, yeah, here's how I would mulligan and all that. And my first like 5 turns, I drew uninkable. I was like, what are we doing?
exactly, dude.
Okay. So, I am going to start by, I'm going to ink a goat. I'm going to play Popsicle. And I'll pass.
All right, I'll draw for turn.
Okay, we drew into Tipo. We have Sail.
Troubadour, Robbie, and there we go.
Perfect. We'll draw for turn. Okay. Let's... We're going to ink a Sail the Azurite Sea. Spin 2 to play Tipo. Tipo will send Mystery card and pass.
All right, ready, draw. Ink a Strength 2 for Mr. Shmee. Robin will quest and pass 2.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. I'm going to quest Tipo. I'll spend 2 to bounce Tipo back to hand. I'll banish the Popsicle. Play Bell. And then I will ink the Tipo. And pass.
Ready, everything, draw.
Okay, we have library and 2 friends in hand, so we can reload like hardcore here if we needed to. But he's playing Steel Song, so I'm not like super curious. I'm not super interested in like double draw because I'm just like a massive target for the whole new world. I would expect an aerial here.
Lawrence.
Oh.
And then I'll quest my peeps. And pass back to you.
Perfect. I didn't go up in my lore from questing Tipo that last turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like, I know that I turned him before I did it. I just didn't hit it on the board. So I apologize. I was at least heads up enough to like remember. Oh, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Okay. So. Four cards in hand.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's have Belle. She's going to sing Friends. I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to ink Sail the Azurite Sea. I'll spend 3 for the library, 2 to move everything into the library. And then I will have Snake take out Robin Hood. And I will pass.
Already on my stuff. Draw.
I go for the Robin Hood to prevent the shift, knowing that I'm allowing a big Rapunzel turn. So that's tough. But if they don't double trade here, there's a world that I try to shift or play the Belle. Why don't you have Snake challenge the Robin, move the damage from Snake to Smee with Belle? Could have done it. Could have done it. Yeah, that's a better line. I like that. Didn't see it.
I'll ink a Vanessa. We'll do 3 for another Lawrence. Then they'll quest for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pass back to you.
Okay. Gain 1 for library. Ready, draw. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go 5 for Belle Mystic. I'm going to move the 2 damage of Snake onto Lawrence.
Doesn't matter which one. The exerted one, I assume.
Yeah, and then Belle will take it out. Snake is going to sing Friends. Draw 2. I will ink a Belle. Spend 1 for Diablo. Okay, hold on. I've misplayed here because Snake can't sing Friends. So, that's on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't That was like totally spaced that.
Yeah. Okay. So I know the 2 cards that I drew with it. You want me to just put them on the bottom of the deck?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Okay. Boop. We will have Snake trade with Smee. This ink doesn't exist. Bang. I draw a card because Snake was in library. I will ink Bell to go to 6. And then I will spend the 1 to move this Bell into the library and pass.
All right. Ready everything. Draw.
Absolutely spaced there, everybody. Absolutely spaced there.
5 for Robbie. And Lawrence will quest for 2. And pass 2.
Okay. Gain 1 for library. Draw for turn. Okay. All right. Okay, we'll have Bell quest for 2. And spend 3 to have Fox bounce Bell back. Spend 1 to move it in the library. Have it take out Lawrence. I'll draw a card. Inca Sail the Azurite Sea. Spend 3 to play a second library. And Bell will quest for 1 and pass.
All right, ready all my stuff. Draw.
Okay, we're getting 2 per turn.
Do 5 for another Robbie. I'll challenge Bell. And gain 2. And pass 2.
Okay, draw. I'll draw for turn. Bang. Okay. Four for Genie. Spend 3 to bounce Genie. Ink a Chernobog's. Spend 1. Take out Robin Hood.
Right, I'll draw from him dying.
Okay. I'll draw from library. And pass.
Yeah, draw.
I feel like we're getting close to answering a lot of threats.
I'll do 5 for another Robbie. Got a good shuffle in here. Oh, Ink a Pete. And Robbie will quest for 2. And pass 2.
Okay, so they go to 18 the next turn. Okay, gain 2 for libraries. Okay, draw for turn. Okay. Not sure if we can do it or not, but we gotta try. We gotta try.
I believe.
So we're gonna spend 8 for Mufasa.
All right.
And so I'll shuffle my ink up. And then you want to just pick.
Just do the top 2.
Okay. Perfect. These go in here. Boop. Okay. That was our hope, is that we found the Hades that was in the inkwell. Okay. We're going to ink Tipo. For turn.
And you didn't ink up to 8 this turn?
I don't believe I did.
The history says you did. It said you scored 2 from your libraries and you went up to 8 and then you went down to 6. Unless you accidentally went up. I guess that wouldn't make any sense. At least according to the log, you inked already.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my hand when you started your turn, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking back through turns. So last turn.
Let's see, were you at 8 last turn or 7? Let's see, I changed mine to 6.
Resources to 8.
Yeah, and then last turn you went to 7.
Yeah, so
and
sure.
And then I went to 6 and you went to 8 this turn. Yeah.
Sure.
Looks like you did already.
Yeah, perfect. All right, to you.
Thank God for logs, am I right?
Yeah.
Wish it was like that in real life.
Boop.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Let's see what happens here. No. Yeah, I'll do it. All right, let's do 2 to your Mufasa. I'll draw. Let's do 3 for a Pete, and then I'll quest up to 18. And I won't ink anything. I'll just pass back to you.
Okay.
Let's see if you can do it with actions.
Perfect. Okay. Gave myself 2 for library. Have none.
All right.
I'm going to draw.
Good.
Okay. So we are going to ink Sail the Azurite Sea. We'll spend 7 to Hades. And we'll take 1 of the Robin Hoods. Okay. We will quest for 4. That's at 7. We will ready all the ink again. We'll spend 3 for friends on the other side. Draw 2.
There's Pete. There's Pete.
Oh,
There's Pete. Don't
Pete.
draw. Yeah.
Yep. Whoop. We'll spend 1 for Popsicle. Mm. Mm. Yeah, that 1 ink I think is going to be the difference maker. Yeah, my chat's saying that I didn't ink last turn. That's just unfortunate that I like missed an ink on the turn before and I caught it at the beginning, but that's fine.
Oh, well, if your chance saw it, I mean, you can give yourself another ink.
No, it's fine. It's a misplay on me. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried about it. That's something to pay attention to in the future. So, because I'll go Madam M Fox. I will bounce Hades back to hand. Fox will, let's see. Yeah, I'll move Fox into library, swing Fox into Robin Hood. Draw a card. Yeah. Spend 2 for Tipo. Put that card in there. And that's GG's.
Yeah, so what was your 1 more ink that would have gotten Robbie? I'm just curious. Was it just like another Hades, right? To bounce it, then Hades again?
No, so I would have had I would have gone, I would have been at 7 last turn, I would have been 8 this turn. So then I could have gone Fox. And then I had, instead of the 4 ink that I had left, I would have had 5 after the Fox.
And then shift the damage.
No, yeah, and then shift the damage and take him out.
Yeah, I wonder if that would have made any difference.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, yeah, because then do you have...
No, I don't have any removal. I didn't have anything. Just a Beast and Cindy.
Yeah.
So then you can just quest with Mufasa next turn, and you're good.
Yeah. So, GG's. GG's. Was a close one. I liked that.
Still song with no songs, right?
Yeah, well, Steel Song with no songs, but me having to deal with Robin Hood after Robin Hood after Robin Hood was
that's what
enough.
That's what I drew into, and I was like, that is not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for 3 Robbies. Yeah. And of course, I start drawing the first one after you killed the other. Like you killed the small one. I was like, oh, it didn't matter. I don't have a big one. And then I drew one, and then I drew one, and then I drew one. And I was like, oh, well, I should have saved him, I guess.
Yeah, I got all sorts of flustered that one because I've not had like coaches in the chat before in terms of like, people like trying to decide like, oh, you should have taken this line. Oh, you should have taken this line. That's relatively new. We got some new people in the chat this time. And so they were like, on one of the turns, there was a line that I should have shifted. They were like, you should have shifted in the bell and moved like challenge with the fox or the snake, move the damage onto the Smee. You still had the Rapunzel like worry, but you would have less characters to deal with. And I was like, oh yeah. And then my brain just never settled from there on out in terms of like, I was like so nervous on all of my plays that I was making the wrong call, which is why I ended up just like screwing so many things up. So my apologies.
Dude, it's totally fine.
So
no big deal.
It's good. Everybody knows the right decisions to make when they're not the ones making them. It's the tough part of the pressure of the game. But you got to get better and learn them inside of it. So yeah, what's fun, man?
All right.
Peace.
0.
Yeah, I got so flustered on that, like, oh man, I made the wrong line. I really was like the rest of that game. I was just so in my head about like, oh gosh, like hopefully this is the right move. Hopefully this is the right move. No, I need it, Devin, because I want to see the better lines. It's just the drawback of doing it live and seeing it live is like, oh no. Like if I'm not used to the pressure of it, I messed it up. That's not your fault. That's a me thing. Yeah. Yeah, no, I still don't think I have enough ink because even if I do that, the one popsicle drew me the fox. So I needed that extra ink. But I think one of the big things is I think you nailed it on seeing friends to look for it. And we ended up, I knew that we had a Hades in the inkwell, so we had 8 cards and we're getting 2 of them back. So, I mean, what's that odds? Like 25% chance of getting the Hades? I'm sure it's not like actually a full 25%, but that's why I felt okay jamming it. I just didn't have that removal there at the end. So, yeah. I can't believe I tried to sing friend. Snake does feel like a 3-drop, everyone. For those of us who don't play a lot of purple, Snake feels like a 3-drop. Based even on one of the more broken cards that got introduced this set in the 3-drop Bell. What has the same ability? Three. Yeah. 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 Yeah, in my mind, like I knew that I wanted to quest with one or challenge with one and sing with one. I just like I completely spaced there, and until y'all said it, like can't sing with Snake. Me and him, like we were both just locked into like, oh yeah, that's what that does. Like it is incorrect, but in my head it had registered as like, which one needs to challenge, which one needs to sing. Didn't matter because they were the same cost, but obviously they weren't. So that's okay. Howdy, how's it going?
Wonderful. How are you?
Doing great. Half cut okay for you?
Half cut's totally fine with me. Yes, sir.
There's a lot of 3s on the card. Quite a few. I do think this is pretty good. Okay. Okay, we got 2 popsicles. We have 2 popsicles, a bell, a fox, a goat. I think we keep one of the popsicles. And we don't have ramp, so I think we gotta send 6. I'm sending 6.
6. Oh boy.
We didn't have what we needed, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna send back 5.
5?
Yeah.
What's your kid's name?
Blaze.
I love it.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
Almost 18 months.
Come on. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Got one upstairs. He is 4.5 months old, my first.
Oh, wow.
So.
Yeah, we just had another one. She's almost 2 months.
Okay.
So
we're still in the throes of the back to birth weight, and okay, they can start sleeping. I love it. Well, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Alrighty. I am ready when. Oh, I guess I'm going first.
Okay, we have the bell. We drew into the bell. Sick. And we have ramp. Awesome. We've got ramp. We have the bell. We have genie.
Queen of Hearts.
Ooh. Yellow.
And play a turn bug.
Ooh, we're back on red.
Pass.
All right, here we go. Draw for turn. Okay. I think ink a sail, play a popsicle, draw a card, and then we will sack the popsicle for a bell and pass.
Alrighty. Drop for turn. Quest 1. Banish to draw.
I think if we get a library out early against him, that's going to be good. So I want to hold on to the library. I'm not as concerned about the Elsas because I think we have Genie War potential here.
A Elsa.
Yep. We'll just match his Elsas with our Elsas.
Play down a Magic Broom.
Double 1-drop.
Pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. I see your inked Elsa, and I'll raise you 1 inked Elsa.
Okay.
We'll spend 2 to sail. Guys, we're going to do the Cardinal Sin, and we're going to ink a Great Stone Dragon. I hate it, but we're going to do it. We will ink a Great Stone Dragon, spend 1 for Diablo, and we will quest the bell and pass.
Alrighty. Drop.
I think we get a Genie down next turn. Start zooming.
Inka Sisu. Quest for 1.
Oh, baby, to banish time. Does he Fox?
2 for Snake to bounce, and 1 to play. 3 in the Inkwell and pass.
Okay. I will draw for turn. Okay. Ink, let it go. Four for Genie.
Yep.
Draw a card off of Genie.
Yep.
Then we will quest for 2 and pass.
Alrighty. Drop for turn.
We got our Genie down first.
Broom will take out Diablo.
Draw a card off of Diablo.
Yes. Inka Queen of Hearts. Four for Rabbit. Draw for Rabbit. Banish Broom. Draw for Broom. And Snake will trade with your Bell. 5 in hand. 4 in the well pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. Decisions.
You
I'm
got
gonna.
choices, you got options, and you have decisions to make.
Yeah, I'm gonna ink. Goat.
Yep.
I'm gonna spend 3 for library, 1 to move Genie into the library.
Okay.
I'm gonna quest for 2. And pass.
Alrighty. Draw for turn.
Gotta establish the early library because friends. Yeah.
Rabbit will sing friends. Draw
He's
2.
just gonna have a lot of cards, and that's fine. We can play cards because we might go next turn. We might go goat,
Eat the
bounce,
C2.
or fox.
For 4, we'll play the castle.
Ooh.
And for 1, we'll move the rabbit to the castle.
Ooh.
Pass.
Okay. Gain 1 for library.
Yep.
Ready up. Okay. Do-do-do-do. I'm going to go. I'm going to ink Diablo.
Okay.
Go to 6. I'll spend 4 for rabbit.
Yep.
Draw a card. I'll spend 2 to snake and bounce rabbit.
Yep.
Draw a card. Quest for 2. And pass.
Ready. 2 per location. Draw for castle. Draw for turn.
I think I'm okay that I'm giving him a bunch of cards because I think I just got to go fast. I think. If I can get things into the castle, if he B-preps me, that's fine. But he's running an older list, so I could see some Medusas being in here. Like, I could see him inking
Inking Elsa.
and playing the Medusa here and banishing Genie.
We'll draw the genie.
Okay. I'll draw a card.
Yep. And for 3, we'll play a library. +1. 16 inkwell. Pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Okay. We're going to go 3.
I can see your hand.
Sorry. Library lore, by the way. Sorry.
Yes.
3 for crab.
Yes.
We're going to give that to snake.
Yes.
We'll go 3 for fox. Bounce crab back to hand, give the 3 to fox.
Yes.
Fox will take out the castle.
Yes.
Snake will take out the library. Or not take out, do 6 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I can see your
then
hand.
we will ink. We'll ink an Elsa.
Yep.
Spend 1 to move the snake into the library.
Okay.
And pass.
Alrighty. 1 for location. Draw for turn.
That way, if he B preps, he's not sitting on 2 locations. That's huge. Makes him think a lot harder about this turn.
Hmm.
Because if he wants to spend his whole turn to B prep, then I reestablish. But if he Tremaines here or he Lady in
Ink a magic
Chairs.
broom. 2 to the library. And we're gonna go ahead and be prepped.
Okay.
Draw for rabbit.
Okay, I'll draw because of Snake in Library.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. 1 for Library. Go ahead and draw. Okay. Spend 4 for Rabbit.
Yep.
Draw a card. Spend 3 for Library. Then we will ink, let it go.
Okay.
Spend that 1 to move Rabbit into the undamaged library. And pass.
All right. 1 for location. Draw for turn.
As long as we have another character on board, I'm okay playing a Mufasa
3.
down. I'm just not trying to get Lady
We'll
Tremaine
cast
like
friends. Draw 2.
immediately.
We'll ink a Diablo. And for 5, we'll play it on Maui. He's going to rush into the damage library, taking it out. And pass.
Okay. Gain 1 for Library. Draw for turn. Okay. We are going to have Rabbit take out your library.
Yes.
We're going to spend 7 to have Hades put Maui into the inkwell.
Yes.
We'll spend another 1 to move Hades into the library. And then we will ink Tipo and pass.
Alrighty. Draw for turn.
We're sitting on Mufasa, Bell, Crab. So we have location swing. We draw cards. If they B prep and remove us, we're chilling.
Four for Genie. Draw. Four for Rabbit. Draw. Ink Flynn. Play down a Diablo. Pass.
Okay. 1 for library. Draw for turn. Now, what's fascinating here, everybody, is that B prep is so bad for him now. So I think that we jam it. Okay. I'm going to spend 1 for Popsicle.
Yep.
I am going to spend 8 for Mufasa.
Yep.
How would you like to have these two? You want me to just shuffle and draw the top 2, or do you want to pick a number between 1 and 9? Pick 2
Doesn't
numbers
matter.
between 1 and 9.
Top 2 is fine.
Perfect. Bang, bang. Okay. Oh my gosh, Andrew would be so happy. We drew into our Great Stone Dragon. What a time. What a time. Okay. We are going to... We're going to ink crab.
Yep.
We'll spend 1 to move Mufasa into the library.
Yep.
We will have rabbit. Let's see. Rabbit and Hades are going to quest for 3 and pass.
Alrighty. Draw.
So a B prep here, we draw 3 cards and we slam another library. We slam another library and a goat. Feeling good about this one, guys. Feeling good. This is why the libraries, I think, are so important, is because they are vital in the red matchup.
Rabbit will sing friends. Draw 2.
Vital in the red matchup. But I mean, if Fossil lives, we just win. We quested everything instead of removing or singing and drawing more options because of that exact thing. Like, we wanted to make sure that library is going to get us to 16. They have to get rid of Mufasa, or else he just quests for the win next turn. They have to get rid of Mufasa and library.
+3. Hope you're ready to draw some cards. Be prepped.
We were indeed ready to draw some cards.
I will draw 2.
Okay, I'll draw 3.
Make a brawl. We'll play a goat. 2/11. Pass.
Okay.
10 and 8 ball.
I'm getting 1 for library.
He is.
Draw for turn. Okay. We're going to spend 3 for a library.
Oh, man.
I liked where your head was at. I'm going to spend 4 for a goat. Go to 17. I'm going to spend 1 to move goat into library. I'm going to banish the popsicle to play a bell.
Yep.
I'm going to ink a great stone dragon. I'm going to spend that 1 to move Belle into my other library. She's going home. And we will pass.
I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop you. I think you've just drawn way too many cards, but we will see.
Yeah, I had McDuck Manors in this deck, and I got rid of them for libraries because of this exact thing. I got tired of. I had a game where I saw no libraries. I got B prep 3 times, and I lost. And I was like, if I can just get libraries out and get them in the libraries, you can B prep me all you want. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh boy, this is tough. Let's see.
And I even told myself early on, I was like, you were drawing a lot of cards with Rabbit Shenanigans and your castle, and I was like, I think I'm drawing enough cards to still be relevant here.
Merlin will take 4 into the library that the goat is at.
Bang.
3 to bounce to Merlin.
Hey, gain a lore.
Lore. We'll take out that library. For 6, we'll Tremaine.
Okay. We will. You have what, 2 ink left?
Correct. And I haven't inked for turn yet.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get rid of goat.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. 1 for Chernobog. And we'll ink a goat. And that's good.
Yeah, I was like, even if he somehow, I don't know how he gets rid of it. We have the shift bell to quest for 2 automatically. I was like, if
That's
he's
crazy.
mathing to the 9.
Yeah, I had double Tremaine in hand, so I could have shifted Tremaine. I just didn't have enough ink to do everything.
Yeah, and you were like, you drew enough cards. That was my hand I had left, and I was like, well, worst case scenario, I can just spend a whole turn to just draw 6 cards. It's out there. So no, GG's. It's libraries are silly.
Yeah, library's broken.
Yeah, draw. So, GG's.
Good game. Good luck in your next ones.
I appreciate it. You too.
Thank you.
Is library it, guys? Library is that dog? I think that Moose was right. Like, we nailed it. I think that we landed on our list. I think this is pretty good. So, like, let's see. Let's break it down. Let's press that button. Bang. Putting it with the big boys. Gotta put my ink tokens back. It is nice because I started playing ink tokens as a green steel player because I just didn't want to have the mistake of picking up my ink and, like, showing it. But it's nice playing a blue deck where, like, the ink tokens, like, actually matter. Okay, so let's see where we landed, what felt good today, what felt bad today. Okay, T-Pose, Chernobog, Diablo, Mufasa, Fox, Hades, Rabbit. Let's get you out of there, Belle. Let's get all the Merlin folk right next to each other. Genie, Crab, bang. Actions on the bottom. Actions and items on the bottom. Chernabog, Popsicle, Depot, Fox, Friends, Bank, locations, Filthy, Popsicle, Rabbit, Mufasa, Hades, Library, Bank, whoop. Sale, Popsicle, Let It Go. Elsa have a spot yet? She doesn't. Mufasa is king. He's at the bottom. Great Stone Dragon's got to have its spot right there for when she comes around the mountain. Tipo, Sail, Let It Go, Crab, Great Stone Dragon, Library, Belle. I did like having a second one of her. I feel like we saw her pretty consistently today. 3 Friends. I think that the Elsa's good. I didn't miss. I don't know. I think we had one game today that we played that we really like. We played Elsa, and it felt late. Like it felt like it was too late to do anything. I loved having 2 snakes. I feel like the snakes were MVP today. Like maybe not. They weren't MVP. What was MVP of the day? What do you guys think? We got 3 of you hanging out, 11 in the YouTube chat. What was MVP? Hey, someone just subbed. Thank you so much for the sub. MVP of the day. I mean, it's hard to say that anyone was the MVP over these two because I feel like these were like by far the most impactful cards. Hades probably MVP. Did a lot on the day. Mufasa was good. Library MVP? I mean, man just tried to remove so many cards and we just kept drawing. Yeah, I love the double bounce. I love that we have the bounce potential there. I think being up on 4 bells, we saw this a lot today. I mean, I think that we played probably 3 or 4 bells across 4 or 5 games for free. That's huge. So I think that was really good. Yeah, we got our popsicles are still chilling. Do I need to upgrade my popsicles, chat? I got 2 foils. Do I need to find 2 more non-foils or 2 more foils? I got no foil purple cards. I mean, I say that and she's foil, but like not really any of my other cards are foils. None of my goats are. None of my rabbits are. Definitely none of my genies. I bet you could probably find some cheap foil libraries. I bet I could find like a cheap set of foil libraries. Yeah. I think it's really well balanced. 3 crabs. We found our crabs at the right time. I mean, that crab coming down to take out... I can almost guarantee that he was going to B-prep a turn earlier if his castle was still up. But that was huge. Yeah. I think it's really good. So, let me know. Thanks for tuning into the stream, everybody. Hope you guys have a great weekend. For those of you going out and playing tournaments, good luck in your tournaments. I hope you get all the draws you're looking for. And we'll be back next week. Let me know future comments on this video. Comment on other videos. What do you want to see? Would love to see where you're at. So, peace. Have a good one. For now, we're going to leave you with a questing.